This is not your daddy's Vernia. Since the pandemic, this place has exploded. People are flocking here because it offers the coziness of a small town, and people also say it's easier for them to open up their own small business. A good example right here at the Vernia Beauty Lounge, where we're going to go and speak to people who have just started to open up their own small businesses. Let's go.
I think it would be a little bit more challenging in a bigger city, definitely. I was born and raised in a smaller town, so coming here was a little bit more familiar, and it was just easier for me to start something up here.
What brought you here?
Originally, just, the lifestyle in California is real difficult. So my family and I, my parents and I had my little one with me, we decided to come out and start a whole new life out here with an opportunity, because out there it's real limited. It's difficult. Everything's tough out there. It's like a rat race for sure.
How do you find Vernia to be, as someone from Chicago?
Super tight-knit, super connected, even through Floresville. I mean, I know people that picked up from Floresville, moved to Vernia, vice versa, and so everybody is just so close. I mean, I moved here not too long ago, and I'm pretty sure everybody in Floresville HEB knows me. So you build those relationships, even small town world.
Yeah, so I own my own local real estate company here. I started primarily in San Antonio. When I did start in real estate, it was going great. However, I'm from here, and everyone was migrating here, so I thought I'd get ahead of the curve and move back to Wilson County. Vernia, small town feel. I mean, I remember when, the Den, I'm not sure if you're familiar,
yes,
was not there. I remember when there was fields. I mean, it was pretty much back road living, right? Now, there's Chick-fil-A buses we got here, right? And there's just small local businesses popping up everywhere. So I would say before it's unrecognizable, it was your typical small town, small population. Now it seems to be put on the radar, which is a great thing.
What are some of the political things that you're hearing from people about their concerns when it comes to this election?
Yeah, I think locally, Vernia is doing an excellent job. I don't know the exact statistics, but I know that some of their teachers are now armed, give or take, and I think that's a great thing, for the children's safety around here. From a national level, I would say the biggest thing, especially being in real estate, is going to be affordability with homes. I know that's scared a lot of people over the last few years, since I believe it's average monthly payments gone up almost 60% in the last few years. So I think affordability and having that American dream feel again, people are scared, especially my generation. And I think that's a huge thing for people is, a home, because everyone wants a home, right?
Do you think it's easy for other people your age?
No, absolutely not. And there's a lot of factors to it. I'm just one that doesn't, regardless of who's in office, whether it's Trump, Biden, Kamala, I'm not going to use the, current status of the government as an excuse, which I understand is super hard. And there's a lot of factors, politics definitely impacts real estate pretty directly. However, regardless if rates are at 10%, rates are at 2%, I'm still going to bust my butt to help as many people as I can.
So I've been in business on my own for a while with the coffee trailer. I also dabbled a couple of other little entrepreneurial opportunities, but I really have enjoyed the coffee. The coffee has been my favorite. I just love it. It's something, it doesn't make you feel like you're at work all day. You feel like you're actually talking to people, and people are happy to see you, and you feel safe out here, for sure. I feel safe for my kids. That's one huge thing that I've worried about. And the education system out here in Texas, regardless, is just so much more better than what I would have been able to offer the kids in California.
Give me details on that. What do you
So
mean?
growing up in California, I was, in the Los Angeles school district area, and it's hard. I mean, basically, we were all crammed in a room, 30, 40 kids in one room, one setting, one teacher. Nobody has time to teach all of us, kind of set up to fail, and real limited to resources. And, there wasn't a big network in the community to try to help each other out. It's just kind of like you sink or swim, and either you get it or you don't, and you move on. But here you could tell people in the community really care about their kids, and that's something that's so cute and so nice to see, and gives me hope for my kids, because I could already tell in their school system, teachers are involved, they're communicating with you, you're getting updates, you get reports on them. They'll tell you where they're struggling, or they'll update you with what they need, or if they're doing great. So at least there's communication, and you can have an idea of what your kid's doing in school here. It's really nice.
Tell me about some of the issues for you that you're that you're going to take with you to the ballot box that you're going to?
You want to make sure who's going to look out for your future, and we're not our future. Our children are our future. So who's going to really look out for my kids' future? Obviously, my future being a millennial is a little scary with with all the debt and everything we've got going on for us. I feel like we've kind of been in a struggle boat versus our parents. Our parents had the opportunity to buy homes and have a degree and have the house and the family and the cars, and with us, I feel like it's been more of a struggle. But for our kids, I hope somebody can kind of fix that and help give them the opportunity to live that life and to have an easier future versus, I feel like what we've gone through as a millennial generation, it's been hard.
Everything had started to go up so fast and then it kept going up, and I was having to learn how to fluctuate my prices due to what was going on in the economy at that time.
What are some of the issues that are motivating you to vote?
I definitely think the border issue, not just South, but everywhere. I think the inflation that has gone up in the last 4 years is definitely killing a lot of our small businesses.
Are you worried about the future?
Absolutely. I'm worried about the future for my children, my child. Definitely. It's being an adult now and looking back, I don't remember any of this stuff going on. I don't remember it being as big and absolutely scary as it is right now. And so I do worry about her future and what could and couldn't happen, and how do I prepare her for it too.
Even people my age, they're like, hey, I really want to buy a home, make, great living, and then it's just like, what happened, right? So even my generation, I believe, are, a little bit scared to what that future may look like when it comes to buying a home.
How do you assess the political temperature here when you go around and you talk to people? Because Chicago is a very different place.
For
and
sure.
then you come here and it's a small.
I would say a lot more people I would say more on the conservative side for sure. Vernia, I would say, typically votes Republican. And overall, that's what I would say I see around in this location. But I wouldn't say it's necessarily negative. Like you said, politics can be a touchy subject to some, but I feel everybody is very controlled with their voice here, and everybody knows where everybody sits, but not aggressively, in a loud way, I would say. Just having a voice and being able to vote is a blessing in itself. I feel when you turn 18, I feel you need to vote. There's so many young people that they might not even like both parties, so they just decide not to vote. And I'm a huge promoter in voting. So, of course, one thing is going to be looking into what's going to help my business, what's going to help myself, not be worried about what my future looks like. I want children, I want a family, and so that's a big thing I look into, as well as essentially the economy and my safety, for sure. Feeling safe and making sure that we just all are together on the same page and that we can make America and people better each day.
I think it's very tricky because everybody has their own opinions, and everybody thinks differently. Everybody lives in their own world within themselves. And I try to stay, being a business owner, I try not to speak on it, just because everybody thinks differently. So to me, I know what I want for me and my family, and I just keep it to myself, if that makes sense.
So that was interesting. When you drive around Vernia, you see a lot of Trump flags. No doubt this place is mostly conservative, but the people that you just heard from didn't really go there. They're focused more on bread and butter issues, which really gives credence to the adage that all politics is local. For Your Voice South Texas, I'm Stefania Jimenez.